Welcome one and all, I'm Keith, this is Game to Please, and we're back in Fallout 4, Nudists Only Live Once. And here we have NOLO with some damage. The damage not from radiation, but from actually a pipe round. I've checked our carrying weight, our damage resistance, and everything. It's all exactly where it needs to be. But the health situation, we're only going to get worse from there. The +1 agility from the gymnast thing, pommel? Yeah, something like that. That's in effect, and our overtired intelligence and perception is doing what it needs to do. And Piper is going to just continuously talk to me, so yeah, we'll just have to ignore her while we can. So, today we need to figure out what went wrong last time. Sticking my head around the corner about 30 feet from a raider, trying to, pull a grenade pin and throw it at them. They immediately spotted me and shot me in Corvega, and the problem that we're going to run into is that is just going to be the situation over and over and over and over. So there's not much I can do about that. I need to get access to the one thing I can, one of two things I can do about my sneak. One of three things. First, the various stealth magazines that are dotted around the Commonwealth, very close by. I think I should at least make my way to them. Eventually. It might be a little bit out of the way. There's a few things in Diamond City that are still yet to be done. I can pick up the baseball stuff. The mutated fern is right around the corner. Hardware Town is marked on my map. Lots of experience being able to be just picked up at really fairly low risk. So today, I think what we need to do, I also need to consider one thing. My overtired. AP minus 15% refresh rate.
More opportunities for an
so
ambush
good.
around here than I like.
So today, I'd like to start out with just a run down the river. There is going to be a drug deal up here, and if we spawn it before we take out those guys, then that's a few enemies that we don't have access to. We might as well kill them, get some easy experience. I think it's one guy with a gun, one guy with a melee weapon, and 2 turrets, so seems like it should be easy enough to deal with. Raider Scaver. Yeah, he's looking like he needs a headshot. And we will be very careful today. When it came to Corvega, I really pushed my luck in the situation. I got that 20 damage, and I need to consider just how to deal with internal areas. But when it's external areas, and I can get a distance between me and the targets, make sure they're not finding me too quickly. Yeah, there's no excuse. Honestly, in Corvega, there wasn't much excuse either, but what can you do, I suppose? Yeah, that's going to be what we use as our excuse. So it'll just be back and forth a little bit. We got a cheese out there, roam radius. The other person is going to be melee armed, but melee people with a Molotov, still something to consider as very scary. So we'll just have to do our best to make sure that the caution bar goes down faster. Maybe Sneak 5 will be useful this run. There he is. Oh, he popped his head around the corner, but then he decided against it. He's actually smarter than what I was expecting. Nope, not that one. I want the dude. Okay, just a normal raider. That's fine. The turret was not interested in doing anything about that. Now we are set to continue onward. Now, the missile-armed super mutant is going to be needing to be handled very carefully. Short combat rifle. So even raiders are getting short combat rifles now. That's fine. We'll just have to deal with it. The rest of the stuff, we might start taking a look at the armor. Usually it's not really that good value, weight to ratio and all that, but just in case something does pop up as being heavily modded, it could be a good idea just to keep an eye out for those. Now this guy up here, I don't think I've ever, well, it's been forever at least, I can say, since he's even been able to take a shot at me, but let's just see what a headshot does to him. I'm going to be using this combat rifle just in case I need to take two quick shots back to back, but a headshot should do it. Let's not get any further. Let's wait for him to chill out over there. I don't want his back turned to me because then that kind of decreases the amount of space that counts as a headshot. It might hit his spine, which seems like it would be pretty damaging, but no, it might just be a body shot. So, Super Mutant, how about you get your butt over there ever so slightly? There we go. Okay, we're in caution because the raider's on the other side of this thing. Yep, what the fuck was that indeed? Couldn't agree with you more. You will chill out soon enough. Okay. Hello, Neuro. Good evening. I decided to just start getting a little bit of a part done. It's not going to be the longest thing, but I figured might as well. I want to at least start moving forward with a few directions of clearing spawned enemies out. I think this is a good idea because last time having the people find me so quickly made me really wish I had higher agility, higher sneak, or higher sneak magazines, or some combination of those things. So we're going to at least get ourselves set up to be able to do some of those things. Makes perfect sense, I'm sure. 2 missile launchers and some missiles in here. So I always just kind of keep that around in case I do need some missiles and missile launchers. Not a great weight to value ratio, not great weapons to use. I mean, missile launchers, they're fun, but just no. But yeah, the next big obstacle is the raiders at the tower, well, towers, not quite of a tower like that, but some buildings right next to the bridge. I want to take them out because I think it's going to be too dangerous to sneak around. There's super mutants and bears and all the sorts in the city, so I'd rather just take these guys on. There's going to be the monkey, so let's get our 10mm out for that. Hello and goodbye. No symbols for you. Okay, so we've got Raider Scum, and because it is dark, we should have a better chance at having one of them be asleep. They don't even notice, which is good. Now the dog should freak out and start coming towards me. Oh, not quite. Let me switch over and... Oh, they're firing at me. Okay, is he going to come up? Yeah, he's going to come up. No, he's not going to come up. Oh, this is just like last time. Is he coming up or is he coming up? Is he coming up or is he coming up? Sorry, I'm going to just go between two places because he might be coming up and I need to VATS him very quickly. Just chill out, doggo. I don't want to do this even though I shot first. Okay, dog should be chilling out, but Oh, there's a legendary raider. That's nice to see. I'd rather see the dog. Okay, there's the attack dog. There we go. Now this legendary raider, where'd he get to? That's no good. I want to see the legendary raider. Okay, I guess we'll have to get closer to the legendary raider to kill the legendary raider, which is always a sentence I'd like to avoid saying, but here we are. At the very least, it is dark outside, but that didn't really help me in Core Vegas, so assume the worst. Not sure if there's anyone that I can get to. Yeah, I think I need to take another rank of rifleman. I'm sitting on a perk, and I want to do demolition expert after a rank of perception, and then the second rank of demolition expert, and that is leading me up straight into being able to take chem resistant for 2 levels, and I want to either have access to a bunch of mines from the world around me that are free, or I want to be able to just build a bunch of mines, and I'm not quite sure what's going to be easier. Let's just take a look at the bear and make sure that the bear can't be taken care of easily. Probably not. Of course, there's super mutants right there too. The Yaogwai. Actually, that's a decent amount of damage with my heavy weapons. But it's too close to the... Oh, I'm in caution. The bear is around and pissed off. Okay, chill out, bear. It was only the wind. It was only the wind. Okay, where are the raiders? Did he go back to sleep? Because if he's asleep, that would be wonderful. I could go walk up to him, shoot him in the head. Oh, he is asleep. Let's do this carefully. I don't know how to do this carefully. Either I take a silent shot and hopefully those guys don't hear me, or I take a very loud shot that I can fire again quickly. Those guys hear me. This will be fine. Take him out. Okay. What do you have? Oh, I'd love that. I would love that. I love action point refresh speed, but unfortunately, we're not playing with armor. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay, so we've got... Not even that bad between a few things. Anything over 1 to 10 weight to value ratio is kind of okay in my book. So I'll take those. Let's be careful about this though. There's still gonna be people walking about. And if I learned anything, I am not very sneaky. I feel like I would make less noise with the whole no shoes, no shirt, No squeaky floorboards or anything, but yeah, the lack of weight doesn't offset for the fact that I'm an iridescent light bulb when it comes to light refraction. So that is what we're doing. There's the glowing one. I think I will just take on some other enemies first. Thing with the glowing one is he has enemies right there, enemies over there, and enemies on the other side of the river that need to be taken out first, otherwise you'll just draw attention. So we'll go over here. What's the best weapon to use? I think this is going to be fine. So these guys, we've got... Honestly, best to just take that thing off, and we'll move on to these things. Who needs VATS? Well, I'm using VATS all the same, but yeah, that's fine. I guess I could talk to Jack Cabot. No, I don't. I didn't talk to Deacon yet. Edward is still in Diamond City waiting for me to find him. Okay, well, this is a little bit out of order, but that's fine. So you, a few shots to you. Sorry, this is not exactly a mercy killing. Shots to arms and legs and all the like. Oh, come on. Stop wasting ammo, just shoot him. We're good, we're good. Not gonna get close to that because that is very irradiated. But now let's just pick up some meat. Did I already do all that? No, clearly I did. Good, good, good. Making myself aware of what I've already done. There's some people on the road and they're gunners. So we'll just do what we should do anyway. And of course that is take the safe way to good old railroad. Now, meeting the railroad and doing railroad things is not very useful for this character. The end of the railroad is essentially problematic. Go this way. Problematic because you have to wear certain disguises to get past the Brotherhood, otherwise it's a firefight on the Pridwin, and it's kind of nasty. So I think it's much better to not do a railroad ending. Not with this character. Nope, nope, nope. But eventually it'd be fun to do another railroad ending. It's been too long. But yeah, we'll leave that up in the air for now. Instead, I think what we need to do is use the railroad for their first quest. Essentially clearing out the switchboard. And the switchboard has a huge amount of synths spawn right outside of it, along with a minefield. Not a huge amount of synths. 4 synths, a few turrets, no, 3 synths, 4 turrets. I forget exact numbers, but it's more about the minefield. Now, if there's 10 mines that I can pick up that would then be able to be used on the library people and pick up the defenses at the library, all those grenades, then I would be essentially converting a bunch of frag mines into frag grenades, and I think that that's a pretty good idea. So let's just do that. I'm sure there's more people here. Might be spawning them if I go downstairs. Should be like one more in the corner. There's the roamer. Okay. Now, the people spawning are downstairs, I believe. Don't take them lightly, but you can take them fairly lightly. Getting to the railroad and getting through here is not too much of an issue. But then being able to have a Guaranteed supply. Well, not supply, but a guaranteed. Someone coming up the stairs. Sounds like they're coming up the stairs. They were about ready to come up the stairs. Okay. Hello, the Beezer. Good evening, and welcome to Damaged NOLO and the silly, silly things that we're doing to try to get through as much of the game as possible. Namely, the fact that we need to really get better stealth. But getting better stealth requires us to do, of course. I'm just gonna start picking up all of the armor, aren't I? I don't want armor. I want legendary guns, not laser muskets, not hooks. Guns. Just give me anything and I will move towards it. Okay, so yes, we're at the railroad. And to get in, we just spell railroad. Wonderful.
Oh,
Such
so
a
it starts
great
with R.
code to get in. Road. And there's a D over there. Wonderful. Okay, let's put our gun away. There's no way in hell that we're going to pass any speech checks, so we'll just be nice and easy with them.
You went through a lot of effort to arrange this meeting. But
Sure.
who the hell?
Yeah, who are you?
Why don't you tell me who you are first?
You wanted to see us.
I followed the Freedom Trail looking for the road.
If
Did not
that's-
expect that to,
it's clear.
to work out. I'm not going to make some... Oh, screw it.
I helped Carl
I have like
out
a
of
5%
a jam.
chance.
He knows a guy who knows a guy.
This will go a lot better if you stick to the truth. Who told
figured
you
as
about
much.
us?
I just heard a rumor about you guys in Diamond City.
I
Yeah,
see.
that's pretty much...
I'm
Actually, did I even
Desdemona,
hear the rumor?
And
I
I'm
might
the
have.
leader of the railroad. And you are? Deacon.
You're having a party.
I need intel. Who is this?
Wow. Newsflash, boss. This lady is kind of a big deal out there.
Yeah, I'm the random nudist running around trying to stay alive.
Do we know each other?
I didn't need to meet you to hear about you. You've made waves.
Yep.
You're the one rebuilding the Minutemen out of Sanctuary, right?
That's what I'm known for.
And, as if that wasn't enough, you've left a trail of destruction in your wake. Gone places no sane person would go alone.
So you're vouching
go
for her?
alone without
Yes,
clothes. I
trust
agree,
me.
Deacon.
She's someone
You're, yeah.
You help
get me.
since.
There's a procedure.
I followed the only lead.
Well, if we're going to be dealing with you, I need to make sure we're on the same.
Okay, I don't
Good.
agree with the Institute.
That sounds like slavery.
Is wrong,
Exactly.
all
So
that
we should-
stuff.
I have a-
Yeah,
I risk my
I've
life for people
always
every
been
day.
kind of
Well,
annoyed by the secret organization, super awesome, you know, clandestine. It's just no. Yeah, this password is not good enough. Anyway,
Hope you
Deacon,
didn't
let's
mind the
go
reception.
off and do
When you tango with
deacon-y
the
things.
Institute, you gotta be careful when
309,
someone
level
new
up,
gets
very
on.
nice.
Your leader
I
was just
forgive,
Exactly.
but I want to know
But it's all
why
good
you
now.
vouched for
I
me. Let's
So
get
tell
the
me,
yellow speech check.
why did you-
maybe.
I've heard a lot of things about you. Enough to want to give you a chance. So,
Okay,
Dev,
that's
I'm
fine.
just...
You got my attention.
I got...
Right.
Then, if you get...
Sign me up then.
Perfecto. Let's meet up at the old freeway outside of Lexington. I'll fill you in once you get there.
There we go. Deacon is nice and... yeah, I guess it's more of poking fun at the Institute's inability to do, like, anything right. Can't find the railroad, can't get into the railroad's hideout. Yeah, it's pretty pathetic on everyone's parts. Poor passwords, poor password cracking, but I'm sure the Brotherhood will do a more brute force method of entry, if we ever get there. I guess, kind of giving away my hand. Yes, this time I do want to do a Brotherhood run, frankly, because, well, it might be Institute. We'll see. I need to look into just what is required of the Brotherhood versus Institute, a few things. I think, honestly, the Institute is not that difficult until they try to take out the Brotherhood. So, we'll see. Yeah, Deacon wants me on the team because I feel like he has ulterior motives. And it's just like, this person, we need to sign them up. I just feel like we would do better with that person around. So, yeah, Deacon, yeah, you know what you like about me. Anyway, so let's head on back to, well, actually not exactly home. I don't mind doing a few more things. So I need to check if something works. And I think I understand how this works, but I might not understand how this works. If I was to go to, oh shoot. There's someone in the way of my plans, I think. There was gunners on the bridge, and if they're still there, then this is not going to work out as well as I'd hope it would. Gunner, gunner, gunner. Let's... One fragmentation mine as a surety that things don't go too wrong. Chill out, guys, it's fine. But then, if we were to take a fragmentation grenade... I really need to get the grenade throwing arc. Should be about this distance. Let's find out. Not horrible, especially with the Idid Savant triggered, but let's back up and let them chill out. So I want to get to Bunker Hill and County Crossings, and if I was to talk to the County Crossing people and get them to say, hey, I need you to do this, then I'd be able to do it. Ooh, there's a frag mine going off, which is fine. I would have liked to just take the shot, but speeds things along a little bit. One frag mine down. I was trying to build those up, but that's fine. That is fine. So yes, the order of county crossings and asking them what they need versus going off to Bunker Hill and saying, hey guys, what do you need? And they're always going to have a quest that takes us to the National Guard training ground. And I don't know the last time I went there or in that area in general before I was level, what would it have been, like 28, because I always save that as a very easy to grab, guaranteed XO1 power armor spawn, and it's just so useful to, you know, have that as a guaranteed thing, so I always kind of leave this area outside of my spawning areas that I go through. Just me.
Freelance,
Can't you tell I'm just me? Okay, come on. So, we're not going to talk to these people yet, but we will talk to them after we check in with, well, who's here? Let's just see. Oh, hello, Edward Deegan.
You there.
I've never
We
talked
need
to
to have
him
a conversation.
over here.
You've got my
That's
attention.
I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations. From what I hear, you may fit the bill.
I may fit the bill, indeed. Oh, shit. This may cause a bug to happen later. So, last time I remember that I needed to actually pass the speech check for the quest not to bug out. And if I fail the speech check, the quest bugs out. So I may need to just... Oh, this is tough. I'm going to take a Great Mentats. If I get addicted, it's fine. I'll live with it, but... Great Mentats. Mildly dehydrated. Wonderful.
Hi.
You'll
Let's pass
find
this.
I'm very persistent.
Feel ill weakness. Oh, wonderful.
You've got my attention.
I'm always, from what I...
Okay, yes.
I don't mind
Reward.
danger,
Pass
so long
this,
as I get
and I
paid well
shouldn't
enough.
have the
You'll
bug
get
later.
paid
Oh,
the
God,
starting
I'm going to
rate
have the bug
like
later.
everybody else. If you turn out to be as useful as you
Well,
claim...
I don't even care about Emogene anyway.
By the way,
okay, well,
down.
we'll see if that bug is persistent. So, Emogene will not spawn at the amphitheater when it's time to actually go save Emogene. I think I'll just leave that as an unfortunate side effect of the game, and we can all appreciate... There's mines over here. I almost forgot about these, but there's definitely mines right down here, so on my quest for getting mines, I might as well. Yeah. I mean, walking around the Commonwealth doing all of the scavenging that I'm doing without any clothes on, without any shoes, I do agree. I think that it's pretty reasonable. Deacon is very impressed at my ability to just run around on trash all day, every day. But no, let's not get those people angry at me. Suddenly thinking it might be a better idea to take them out from over here. Something like this. Take out the guy with the gun first, and then the attack dog. Which didn't work. It's okay, attack dog. No problems here. Attack dog is being aggressive. Poor dog. I did not mean to kill you. Well, I meant to kill you, but I did not mean to have you be aggressive, so I had to kill you. Yeah, I think I might have it work before. Ooh, there's Doc Weathers. Hello, Doc Weathers. Do I have anything to sell to you?
Dangerous world out there. Good thing, too. Otherwise, no business for doctors, am I right?
Well, yeah, your business is essentially going to be walking to county crossings and making sure that there's no enemies in the way, and if they are in the way, then you can distract them for me. Nothing that I want, but I do have something to sell. Always good to keep around all of the stim packs, yes. All the stim packs, so you can always sell those. Sure, we're going to be a generous person and give them extra stim packs. Fine by me. Okay, so... Problem is these guys will attract attention, so let's just be quick about it and get ahead of them a bit. Carrying too much already, great. Sturdy. Dog armor is not good enough. Light dog armor, you'd think it would be better. 1 to 7, not even that great. And the weapons. I'm guessing not great either. I mean, it's technically 1 to 10, so it works for my, yeah, I guess I'll drop one of those. This one's much better, so yeah, we'll go like that. Okay, yeah, maybe these feet, they're boosted by toughness, so clearly I just have plus 10 damage resistance for the feet. It's all part of the build. I mean, if you weren't taking a rank of toughness, then you'd be totally screwed. Everything would essentially be like caltrops to you. I don't see anything over here, so... Oh, I don't need to hold down Q. Okay, I do see something over here. And I'm having flashbacks to the time Fallout 4 crashed for me. Probably the first time, my last run, that it crashed. It was because dogs spawned over there. So... I might just... Should I bypass it? I'm gonna bypass it. If the dogs aren't doing anything to you, don't do anything to them, especially VATS, because VATS might actually cause the game to crash. That would be unfortunate, because I haven't saved with a sleep for some time. So let's not do that. we just kind of want to make Nola Miris a little more badass, probably more Gollum-esque with the whole crouching around and constantly, you know, seeking the precious victory of being able to destroy the Institute and have some credits roll. But yeah, you know, little old Gollum over here is doing fine without shoes. Okay, so these people, what do they have to say about going off to the National Guard training grounds? And I don't need to pickpocket you. I'll wake them both up. So hopefully someone has a quest for me.
If you ain't been up to see Great
You're
Garden,
the Minutemen,
you should go.
There we
right?
Yes, I'll
No one
take a
sent
quick
me.
look at my perks
Not
so
a
you
problem.
can get
Those
caught up.
ghouls are as good
Adamantium
as
skeleton.
It'll be
Very
good not
useful.
to have to keep an eye.
And there's the National Guard training ground. I think if you already have the quest for these people, I mean for Bunker Hill, come on, get out. Then they send you off to somewhere else, like the Raiders over there or somewhere. But anyway, let's take a look at this, just to catch up, for my benefit as well. So 2 ranks of riflemen, I took those back to back. I wasn't killing a legendary raider fast enough with my best weapon. A rank of toughness and adamantium skeleton, 2 ranks right there. That was because I was taking on the Deathclaw to save Preston and people, and I knew that he had the ability to just throw a bunch of rocks that could do damage, and I just wasn't sure how much damage that could do. So I wanted to essentially prepare for failure and have him, you know, be doing damage to me, but ended up being pointless, and then the next episode I must have run off into Corvega and taken a shot, so that still was useful. What else? Idiot Savant at 2, Sneak at 3, Lone Wanderer, 2 ranks of Gun Nut. I have been seeing my mods a little bit popping up as much as I would be able to have access to them, you know, when I'm doing Gun Nut mods. So it's slightly annoying, but it's fine. Now we're quickly approaching the take a rank of Perception and take 2 ranks of Demolition Expert, level 19. Once we're level 20, we'd be able to do the 2 ranks. And then 21 and 22 are chem resistant because I really need to have access to my jet. I'm kind of fiending for it right now. I really want my jet, guys. So hopefully that's not too frowned upon, but I'll feel much better about everything. Not to mention jet, but like, how much Med-X do I have? Yeah, I only have 9 Med-X right now, which is, it would boost my, you know, overall capacity to do anything by huge amounts. So, yeah, that would be nice. Let's go back to Bunker Hill. Those guys didn't take on the dogs,
The only way you
so
get
I
old
think
in
I'll
this
just
job
leave them.
is assume everyone's out to kill you.
Bunker Hill has someone who will be able to say, hey, you should go clear out the National Guard training ground for us, and I think we could do that. There's the Brahmin, and we're fine. I think we're fine. So, the various sneak magazines. There's one at National Guard, there's one at the Satellite Array, there's one in the Constitution, there is one over at Fort Hagen, and then there's one actually in, forgot about that, Orange Mentats. Very nice. There's one actually in the switchboard. And it's not too far along that I would want to say no to it. So that right there is a whole lot of sneak magazines that I think might be useful. Can't imagine saying no to that. So, what are our stats looking like? Weary. Very nasty. Mildly dehydrated. Nasty, peckish, not great. Plenty of things not great about this.
Hi.
The adrenaline's nice. And I have the Mirelurk egg omelets in case I need them,
I'm
but
Meg.
I am not sure about that. Here's Trash Can. Hello, Trash
Yeah?
Can. I still have great mentats. Quick,
Carla.
quick. I need a
Need to
trade
pick
right now.
something
Go,
up?
go, 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 go.
Road's pretty.
Let's see what you have.
Here's what I got.
Okay. Yeah, the perk tree, it's kind of, I want to hold off on a few things until I know that I need them, and then just go, 3 perks at once for one instance of doing something. So I do perk trees kind of strange sometimes, but maybe everyone does it strangely. No immediate perks for me. But Carla, I'm suddenly realizing 166 out of 185. I might as well take some food, but I don't really have much food. I have a bunch of things to cook. Ooh. Okay.
Hey, Carla.
Need
This
to
is
pick
fine.
something up?
If worst comes to worst, I
I've
can
got a
start
few
eating
minutes to
my
browse.
Always.
iguana and squirrel. Okay, how much is oil right now? Because oil is going to be definitely a limiting factor. I might just say get rid of that. Okay, get rid of the heavy things that we don't need for sure. Get rid of all of this, frankly. Get rid of anything that's valuable but not useful. And get rid of... We'll get plenty of fusion cells. We don't need 3-8. And shotgun shells are kind of useless to us. Looking good. Screw pulse mines. I'll keep it around, but no. This is a no pulse mine run. Screw pulse mines. Bad memories with those. Okay. So, I guess I could do stim packs to negate the whole situation, but while I'm under the effect of great mentats, I might just pick up an oil right now. I have plenty of caps, and oil is going to be useful thoroughly down the line. So we'll do that. 1 oil for 50 as opposed to... no, this is technically more expensive, isn't it? Because the 1,000... Oh, what would that be? I'm not going to do the math. It's fine. The math works. Let's just say that. So, what else should we do? Probably fertilizer, even though we don't need it down the line. The gears and screws, always build up on that, might as well. Circuitry is nice. We'll grab all of this, frankly. And aluminum, definitely build up on that. And we don't need to be picking up the various bits and pieces of food, but tarberry, always pick that up. And very cheap meats like squirrel bits and iguana bits. Not iguana on a stick, just regular iguana bits. So yeah, let's now sell some stim packs. And some more stim packs. Wow, there goes everything. Okay, good enough for me, and we still have carrying weight, even increased carrying weight. Okay.
Load a little heavy there?
And immediately my great mentats wears off. Okay, so what I want to do now is actually set myself up for a better run of a few things over here. I'll go back to Hangman's Alley, I'll drop things off, I'll sleep, because I need my sleeping done. I'm going to do less damage, but I'll have +2 agility, and technically more agility from not suffering from overtired or whatever I'm at right now. And that'll help me with staying sneaky, but besides that, just the better VATs and action points and all that jazz is going to be useful. And I also need to sort out my food situation. I don't want to have to take on eating my squirrel and my iguana, because those are 0.1 weight foods that are very useful to just keep around for long hauls. And then, besides that, well, I might be able to sleep through most of the day to actually, essentially, let's see. I want to do things at night, and there's a few things coming up that would be really useful to do at night. Namely, the Revere satellite array. Just kind of sneak by these people. And besides that, there's some easy quests over at Diamond City. Then there's shooting to my left, which I want to avoid if possible. Whoever's fighting, stop fighting, or continue fighting against one another. It would be nice to make it to good neighbor. But yes, this is kind of the worst place to be. Well, not the worst place. This is the best place to be in a worse place. It's nice and clear. There's still some mirelurks down there, I suppose. Soft shell, and I don't even care. I'll leave them around. But yeah, what I want to do is get some better sneak. Better sneak is kind of on my priority list right now, especially after last time. And then, well, we'll just see how much time we have. Besides the sneak, then I need to make myself high enough level to take chem resistant, and then, well, then we can do quite a bit. Speaking of little things to make myself chem resistant, we might as well disarm this trap for that little extra bit of experience. Yep, that will make all the difference in the world. Yes, but besides that, yeah, my focus is immediate. Chem resistant and explosives and stealth. Seems like a pretty good set of goals to go towards, but I, for one, am trying to remember just the big picture. I'm going to level up so much that I'm going to have to take on Triggermen to save Nick, and they're going to have rapid-fire machine guns,
You just say the word.
and I'll be in a situation with them. So more ranks of toughness down the line, and then all of a sudden I'm at rank 3 for gun nut, and yeah, I'm kind of worried about just how much needs to happen for them to be dealt with. We'll see. First of all, let's make some food, because I know I am very much out of food. And just make it all, screw it. And that is everything? Okay, apparently that's everything. What's our vegetable starch at? We need more purified water. So unfortunately, we do need to drink
Most folks are just looking for a
some water,
hand.
so
All we gotta do is
we did just pick up a disease. What was it? Weakness? Yeah, weakness plus 20% damage. That's gonna be great. I'm still parched, so that was a mistake on my part. I'd rather just be thirsty. Food. Let's deal with that. Not get out of hand. And let's sleep. Let's sleep for 8 to... Let's see, 8 to 6 maybe? I think that's fine. It'll be dark soon after we get done sleeping. We'll see. Okay, so drop off the various gear that we've been picking up. And we probably don't need all of this. I mean, 100 bullets in 10mm is only 3 weight. 2 weight technically, but 2.5 weight really. So it's not really that much, but we might as well just get as much out of our inventory as we could. most everything else we might as well get out as well if we can. And looks good to me. 90 out of 185. Is this really as good as we can manage? We have the Radstag. I think that is as good as we can manage.
Would have been nice to see all this in its prime. The sun goes down, crazies come out.
Yes, crazies do come out at the darkness. Yep, we just have to go slow, make sure our health bar stays solid. Problem is, one pipe pistol with a stub barrel was not impressive whatsoever, did 20 damage to me. So I'd really hate to see what happens when someone with a combat rifle, you know, takes a shot at me, stuff like that. So, yeah, we definitely have to be careful, but we should be fine. Wondering if there's any... This is suddenly bringing back memories from my last run. I'm walking around the Charles down the river. Maybe I need my adrenaline up a little bit. Maybe I should just head inside somewhere and kill some easy raiders and get my adrenaline up a little bit. No. No, 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 no. Don't do that. Don't do that at all.
We're so dead.
Okay, well, I thought that would be nice and safe, but apparently I'm in danger right now. Go figure. Don't have conversations while you're in the supposedly safe but not safe area. So, shots being fired, avoid those as much as you can. But yeah, we might have to cut the stream down a little bit. We'll see. Suddenly, plans are being formed elsewhere. But for now, let's get going on talking to some people over at Bunker Hill. What time is it, in fact? 7:04. Okay. Where are people? I think Deb has the whole... Hey, go... There you are. Go off and deal with the people.
I fixed up most of what's here myself, so...
You have
I'm
any
here
paint?
for a job.
Caravan is apparent. And that's...
I'm not doing the job for chump change.
Okay.
I'll take
fail
care of
the
you,
attempt.
Farrah.
I really need to get my charisma up a little bit. That's just so pathetic. So there's the dock. And...
I'm half tempted to join the railroad and all this shit. I don't know. People gotta do something,
Hey,
Dad.
you. Talk some sense into my numbskull son.
Yeah,
Right.
he's a
It's
numbskull.
always good to help people.
I have no...
Really?
Might as
Trying.
I'm not.
Saving synths is noble. I'm part of the railroad
Hi.
now, so I have
Booze
to,
and grub,
right
here.
do their whole
You have
thing.
any work?
Any
Well,
work?
Dad.
Hey, before us Savaldi started, he died fighting raiders just outside Malden.
If the price is right, I might help.
This...
It's okay.
Wow, I'm really bad
I'll
at
find
the
a grip.
Just
persuasions.
Uh-huh.
So the son's
Not now,
railroady
Chief.
and the father's Minimini. That's fine. We'll get a hat for him. But for now, let's get in here. Well, when I say in here, I mean over here. County crossings and the ghouls over at the National Guard training unit. So a good reason to do this quest is it gets you in contact with a sneak magazine behind some ghouls, which should being the operative word, be nice and easy to deal with. We have rad stags. I don't mind taking on rad stags, but I don't want to bats them because this is scary. So, kill the rad stags, right? Let's kill the rad stags. Okay, I am just the worst shot. Where are they going? Don't VATS! Ugh, I'm so used to wanting to VATS. Where is that last rad stag? Right behind the corner? Is he literally right there? Yep. Okay. No VATSes. No VATSes. Yeah, don't take that little area by the bridge lightly, because the raiders, they just see you very, very quickly. And I should know by now, after last time, raiders will shoot you very quickly. But anyway, the area over here, National Guard Training Yard, has just a few turrets on the outside. Those turrets, best to just deal with them far away and out of sight, out of mind, pretty much. You being the out of sight thing. So, 2 shots for each of these. We're gonna wake up some ghouls, probably. I'll just wait for those. So there's a ghoul coming who's pretty perceptive. And besides that, most of the other ghouls will be just around the perimeter on the inside. More reasons to do this place. There are some mines in front of the doorway, and I definitely want to build up my stock of mines. So, let's look around here, quick like. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. Very nice. Okay. This last turret up here, 2 shots. Nope, 1 shot is more than enough. We're pissing off a ghoul. Pissing off a ghoul, we should just use our good weapon. Come on, ghoul. Oh, he's over there. I am not very observant, am I? Okay, take the shots, but just don't miss. Yeah, the the spawn in that building by the bridge, it's just yeah, it's so consistent. I don't know if I've ever had something not spawn there. So, it's to be expected. Let's go around back and clear out anything else that's around here. Should be pretty easy. There's going to be one guy up top in the little tube. Don't mess with the sentry bot. Just mess with this guy. Okay. Clearly I should have killed him easier than that, but that's fine. Now, one more frag mine. So yeah, good little set of frag mines to deal with. But besides that, inside, let's go grab a stealth magazine. Unfortunately, though, we are dealing with some pretty nasty ferals. I don't know what my pistol is going to do to them. My bolt action is too slow. Oh, this is going to be tough. So, there are roamers about. Let's try to stay quiet. But as soon as we start seeing people pop up, we might get kind of swarmed. So I might need to change over to this and be ready to deal with it. Just let the AP refresh go a little better. Headshot for him. And who else is around? I think that actually might be it. There might be one more person in there, but... Oh, there is definitely one more person in there. A stalker. Not going after me yet, so that is fine. Okay. So what we should do in here is pick that up, pick that up. What was that legendary that we just picked up? I knew it was armor, so useless. Useless, useless, useless armor. Naked runs don't need armor, they need guns. Give me guns. Okay, so 50 caliber, 11 bullets, not 3 bullets. And we'll just go around here, grab a few things, and millimeter. More things to sell. This is going to go fine. This will be perfect. Over here we've got a password, a gold watch, and I'm guessing because of some sort of military amputation, the main person here is, yeah, paraplegic. So, good little storytelling, even if it's the wrong story. I'm just going to read into it that way. Fallout 4. Always on your atmospheric storytelling rather than text storytelling. So there's going to be 2 ghouls in here, and it might be a good idea to just use the combat rifle, do really immediate shots on them. Hopefully that works. Two feral ghouls. There's one more right around the corner that spawned outside. Now what we need to do is actually have him lose us, because we're in caution, he will be able to find us, well, not find us, but follow us inside. So let's just stay right here, or over here somewhere. Sounds like there's shooting over there. Oh, the Mirelurk is... Oh, hello. Hello, ghoul. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay. That's one way of handling it. Usually I just let him be until I get outside, but he asked for it. This is the scarier portion of things. Unfortunately, we have more aggressive enemies that are stronger, and he's going to come right around the corner, and we have to fire into him like crazy. Don't go that quickly, Mr. Farrell. Oh, this is... They're really aggressive. Okay. They should not be that aggressive. This is a little strange. But it's all fine, because they're dead now. And if they're dead, they can't do anything to me. Supposedly. Now this guy's gonna get up slowly, but because he's getting up slowly, we can kill him. We'll take a fun little automatic laser pistol, bourbon, rum. Yep, that's rum. I know this room well. And we'll leave the rest of it. Okay, this next area, we've got a few enemies that we need to kill quickly. There's Roamer and Stalker, and one more, I believe. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. Take a few shots on him. Okay, that's enough. 73% chance. Good enough for me, as long as you hit that. And the last one. Come on. Okay. Yeah, this 10mm, even without gunslinger, very useful. Very nice to have. Give me a gun. Just give me a gun, Legendary. I need you to have a gun. Does double damage if the target is at full health. Oh. We got an instigating. We've got an instigating. Instigating is on board. A laser rifle. Oh, but we don't have science for it. I may need to get some intelligence for that. I need to be smarter. Instigating. So instigating is just so nice. It's not silenced, but if the enemy's at full health... Oh, that's so good. Don't pay attention to any of these numbers. Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Yeah, what we need to do is pay attention to just how good this can be down the line. Okay, this is good. This is very nice. This is what I've been waiting for. Okay. Glowing one. Let's see if we can't shoot him a few times. Actually... Oh. Take this one out first. Okay, just critical him. Don't mess around with glowing ones that close. I don't want to mess around with glowing ones that close. Okay, yeah, need to deal with things very carefully. Should have killed these ghouls a little more efficiently, but I was a little flustered from the whole fact that I got a freaking instigating. Okay. So how to move forward with the instigating? We're at 3 intelligence already, and I can move forward with the intelligence bobblehead in the library +1, and then 2 over... Yeah, my gun nut is kind of useless. Well, not useless now, but should have really pushed for something else. There's going to be one more little guy coming around. Want to do this very, very carefully. But if I put a sniper barrel and the best sort of weapon components on that... Ooh, we've got another legendary. Should shoot him. Very nice, very nice. Okay. Give me another gun. Give me a combat rifle. That's awesome. Yay! Exterminator's metal right arm. That is so not impressive. But we've got the operations manual. We've got our instigating. I don't know if I probably picked up an instigating last run that was not impressive at all. It was like an instigating melee weapon or a pistol or something like that, so I would have known it was awesome if it was a gun, but yeah, laser rifle, we could get that up to like 130 damage or something quite easily. Sniper barrel, whatever, gamma wave, I don't know the mods on that stuff, so oh boy, let's I need to have a think. I need to redo my plans. I have plans within plans that need to have new plans within plans. I think what we'll do is... Wait, did we clear out this place according to everyone? Ghoul problem, report success, and report back to dev. Okay, so we did get all of that dealt with. I need to figure out just how quickly and how effectively we can make this laser rifle. It could end up being truly a saving grace in a few situations, so I think that it'll be a good idea to move forward with that. Let's go talk to County Crossings, but I think we'll call it a part right here. A little bit of a cliffhanger, because Revere Satellite Array is right there. Not the hardest thing to deal with, but there's a missile launcher guy. There's plenty of, you know, automatically armed people.
Were you able to clear out those ghouls?
It could be problematic.
Took care of those ghouls that were giving you trouble.
You did?
Yeah, it could be problematic.
Great news.
The rifle, yeah, might have pushed me towards the Brotherhood of Steel run. I need to make up for the fact that I'm not going to be in power armor whatsoever. So using a laser gun the entire run is probably the right way of doing it. But there we are at level 20. I might need to say no to Demolition Expert and just, you know, beeline towards science. Oh, this is so tempting now. The thing is, there's a few things to consider when it comes to modifications in this gun that we just got. Good Neighbor and Arturo, well, Cleo and Arturo, Cricket might be around. There's plenty of weapons vendors that could get us a, yes, vendor mod. Okay, yes, very much. If I can find a vendor who is essentially giving us a upgrade sniper barrel and all the likes to that weapon, that could hold us over for the time being. Definitely a good idea to get science eventually, but yeah, for the time being, I think what we need to do is step away and just marvel at the fact that we have an instigating this early into the run. We've only just hit level 20, and we have an instigating laser rifle, which is just glorious. Yeah, I'm happy. I am happy. This is... Oof. This is a good, doable run now. I just need plenty of drugs coming up right around the corner with 21-22, and plenty of luck, not the special stat, just literal luck to make sure I'm not getting shot left and right. But I think we can do this. Tomorrow, early morning, let's get another stream going, but until then, I've been Keith. This has been Game to Please with the Fallout 4 Nudists Only Live Once run done live. And thank you very much for joining me on this short little bit of the run, but until next time, farewell.